A quick message just before the real start of this video. I received a message yesterday from Forza Horizon France, offering me the chance to give away Forza Horizon 6. So I said yes to giving away Forza Horizon 6 through a random drawing. For those who are interested and want to try their luck at playing Forza Horizon 6 for free, I invite you to watch this video in full because, in this video, I'll explain how to enter this giveaway. Welcome to this new video on Forza Horizon 6, where I'm going to show you some areas of the map that I found particularly amazing. These can be places that I found absolutely beautiful, just for taking great photos, but also areas that I think will be really good spots to meet up with friends, for example, to have car meets. It can also be roads I find cool to drive on, either for the beautiful scenery or because the road itself is interesting, like well-designed turns. To avoid spoilers, I'll hide the minimap and drive without the HUD. That way, you won't know the locations I'm showing, and you'll have to find them yourself in Forza Horizon 6. So obviously, we're going to start with the city of Tokyo, which I made an entire video about because the city is so big and so cool. Still, in this city of Tokyo, there are certain places in particular that I recommend you go visit, and where I really took some time just to explore the map. For example, the parks. There are 2 of them. This one I think is clearly my favorite. What's quite interesting is the contrast between the city of Tokyo, which is huge, ultra-modern, and pretty well populated, with both pedestrians and cars. And right next to it, inside this big city, there are all these little areas like this, full of greenery, where you feel like you're temporarily in the countryside. So there are 2 big parks in the city of Tokyo. And there's this one, which is also quite extraordinary, where you can actually drive over little bridges that I think are usually meant for pedestrians. You can go over these little mini ponds, little wetland areas, and I think that's really cool. With the flowering trees in the background, petals everywhere, and knowing that just 50 meters away there are huge skyscrapers, I think that's amazing. So I'll show you around while we're in the city, but I think you already know this place more or less because it's been shown quite a bit in the different trailers for the game. We're at the Daikoku parking lot, which is connected to the city by a whole series of highways and bridges. You can see around me, it's endless. The number of highways there are, it's pretty crazy. And it's a parking lot where we already know there's a gathering area. Here, there will be a little thing you can click on, and it will showcase your car alongside the cars of other players who are with you or other players in your session. I wanted to show you the place in person so you'd know what it looks like. Knowing that around here we have a whole area that's kind of industrial, with stores and factories. And here too, I think that between the car meets and the scenery, you'll really be able to get some great photos. To wrap up this city, I'll show you another cool little neighborhood. After that, I promise we'll cover other types of roads. But what I like about this little neighborhood, this little part of the city, is that once again we're not very far from the big skyscrapers, the ultra-modern buildings. But just a few streets over, we'll go from this to a very quiet residential area. You can imagine people eating their meals in their living rooms while they hear my big 3-cylinder ripping burnouts. And I find there's a really peaceful vibe in this part of the city, which really stands out compared to the restlessness of the rest of Tokyo. I also think the official style circuits on the Forza Horizon 6 map are really cool and will be a popular spot. So there's one that's pretty well known in this Forza Horizon 6 beta, because it was really the circuit where the time attack mode was available. But there are plenty, at least. I counted 4 that are really paved. One of them is the one I'm on right now, and that's why I'm showing it to you. It's inspired by the Ebisu circuit, and I think it's also a bit mixed with the Tsukuba circuit. And it's really a very good circuit for drifting. I think there will also be drift zones here, and I think there will also be time attack zones. And in addition to this circuit and all these paved circuits, there are also dirt circuits. I haven't shown much dirt gameplay on my channel because, honestly, I don't really enjoy it. I prefer driving on asphalt over dirt. But there are still many interesting places to explore with off-road vehicles, like this cross-country circuit, which isn't actually that small. Honestly, I think it's larger than the off-road circuit in Forza Horizon 5. And, at first glance, it's also more interesting. It's less of a rally-type circuit like Barra, which made sense because in Forza Horizon 5 with Mexico, of course, we had that kind of scenery. Here it's muddier. It's more like a motocross track, a bit cross-country, and I think that in multiplayer or time attack, it's going to be a great area to play with your friends. There's also a small airfield, and it's quite different from the airfield we knew in Forza Horizon 5. There are fewer planes lying around, fewer objects that can be a bit annoying. However, I think it's bigger and longer, and in my opinion, it will also be an area where you can directly start the drag meet events that we tested in another video, which might already be out or maybe not yet on my channel. A small cable car station is next to it and will likely be a popular photo spot. It's right by the airstrip, so expect crowds. And by the way, there isn't just one airstrip, there are two. There's a second one here that I've already shown you quickly in another video, and what's pretty cool is that this whole area will lead to a kind of space complex where we'll have rockets and fuel tanks. A bunch of hangars, labs. There are underground areas all over the place. It almost feels a bit like a survival game, you see. I think there will be a way to take some great photos here. And honestly, if they bring back the infected mode here, this would be exactly the kind of area it'd be awesome to have access to. I won't spoil everything for you, but just know that in this area there's also one of, maybe even the biggest, jumps in the game. There's a huge ramp that lets you fly over a pretty gigantic area. I won't spoil it, but I think this place will be popular. I'll show you one of my favorite photo spots, especially at night. The map's atmosphere and look are amazing. I'm not sure which car to take, but it doesn't matter. What I wanted to show you is a part of the Forza Horizon 6 highway, with this two-level highway setup. There are two highways stacked on top of each other that go around Tokyo. And so, either you take the lower side if you really want the ultra-urban closed-off vibe, a bit like Seto Katsa in noisy mode. Or you go on the upper side to get access to a completely different view and probably one of the most legendary places in Japan, especially in Tokyo. The famous Rainbow Bridge, which is this huge bridge that connects to the city of Tokyo. And here we have a night view with Tokyo Tower and the lights in the distance. The things blinking behind the mountains are incredible. And the crazy part is that I'm showing you a spot like this, but there are probably dozens on the map. Places where, just look at the size of the city. It's still daytime here, so during the day it has a different vibe. I really like the Wangan Highway at night. You just want to come here and race at 300 kilometers per hour. Oh damn, a little Renault Clio. During the day, you can see Mount Fuji to the left, and the sunrises and sunsets are incredible. Honestly, the night view here is just amazing. And by the way, while it's still night, I'll take the opportunity to show you two other things. First, the stadium, which is much bigger than the stadium in Forza Horizon 5. There will probably be some mini-games to play here. They'll probably also be available regularly during the game's seasons. Various games, hide-and-seek, and many multiplayer activities. The stadium looks better at night with the lights. It actually feels more real. It looks more like the stadiums we're used to seeing on TV. And with that, I think this is one of the craziest views in Horizon 6. The outskirts of the festival. So again, I won't spoil where it is, but anyway, the game will take you there. I honestly think this is the biggest festival we've ever had in a Forza Horizon game, and I think it's also the festival that's the most decorated in terms of nighttime lighting. But just look at this crazy setup. With the spotlights, the Ferris wheel, rides on the right, fireworks in the middle, and sometimes even a drone show. I haven't seen it myself, though, but I think it's there. You can see it from miles away, actually. You can see it from miles away, and for taking photos, guys, it's incredible. There are also two villages that I find particularly cool. Well, there are more than two. That's what's also cool about this map. It's not just one big city with nothing around it. There are also little villages like this. Here's this one too. If you've seen my past videos, you already know where it is. I really like the vibe of these villages. The two I'll show you each have a slightly different feel. This one really feels like Byron Bay in Forza Horizon 3 for those who played back then. It's really the perfect area to do a bit of roleplay. It makes you actually want to drive more or less normally. Not to blow through too many right-of-way signs. Not to drive too fast. Take your time. There's a small shopping area at the end with a few stores, and it really has the same vibe as Byron Bay, even though the scenery and houses are different. There's something very serene here, I think. It just makes you want to come and chill for a bit. I mean, just look at this craziness. Oh, wow. And on top of that, there are waves. Someone asked in the comments not long ago if there were waves on the water. You can see the waves. Look at this sunrise. That's actually the second village I wanted to visit to show you some gameplay. It's a coastal village. It's a small fishing village. And what's incredible is that behind it is one of my favorite routes so far. My favorite route in the game. We have ideal conditions here to explore this small fishing village. I believe the developers already showed some gameplay for it. In an area like this, maybe even this exact spot, it's surprising we have two villages with similar housing styles. But I don't know if it's the sound of seagulls or if it's something about the vegetation. You can tell we're near the water. It's interesting what they've done here. You can also see this, which I really like about Forza Horizon 6. The dynamic of the towns and villages isn't the same at all depending on the time of day. Like here, you can see that people are sleeping, so to speak. There aren't any lights yet. It's all quiet. There are almost no NPCs on the roads. The areas where there are usually pedestrians. Right now, there aren't any pedestrians. There's something that feels more real. And honestly, this area is such a great spot for photos. What a masterclass. So just before I show you the road, I think this is my favorite road on Forza Horizon 6 right now. I wanted to show you a place I think is the most hidden spot in this video. I just found it by chance, and it's really awesome. There's a castle, like a castle that's literally surrounded by a moat, surrounded by water. There's only one road to get there, and this place is just as unique. We don't have anything else like it. It's also an especially calm, chill area. You just want to drink your tea in peace. In the morning, while waiting for the sunrise, surrounded by mountains, overlooking the other side of the city, and actually having a distant view of Mount Fuji. What a banger. In that style, by the way, we're going to have another house that's super isolated. Usually, it's people who live far from everything. There's a house with only one road. Totally dedicated to them. Look at this amazing view we have with the lake. And even now, I think we don't necessarily have the best weather conditions. I think it will be amazing in the middle of summer with that intense light. It's going to be incredible. The lake is totally calm compared to the sea where there are lots of waves. It's peaceful here, and the way to this house is too. I won't spoil it so you can discover it yourself. It's also incredible. It's really a path filled with these trees that I think are cherry blossom trees. So, a little break in this gameplay to explain how to enter the giveaway, allowing you to win Forza Horizon 6. As I said, I have 10 copies of Forza Horizon 6 to give away. To enter the contest, it's very simple. You just need to be subscribed to my YouTube channel and to share the X Twitter post on your social networks. Call it whatever you want. The link will be in a pinned comment under this video. You can sign up until May 1st, 2026. The drawing will be at 6 p.m. on May 1st, and I will post the names of the 10 winners on my social networks. Good luck to everyone. Now, let's get back to our little Horizon 6 gameplay. I'm going to show you now. I think this is my favorite road. Honestly, it's hard to choose, as I said earlier. Choosing an area, choosing a place. It's really complicated because the whole map is beautiful so far. I'm excited to see how the other seasons turn out and hope the developers deliver as promised. The surprise with each season, being able to rediscover the map with different roads. In the meantime, I love the road I'm about to show you because I'm clearly a big fan of coastal roads. And here, I'm getting my money's worth. We're about to go on a road, guys, where we're literally surrounded by water, literally above it. And it reminds me, it's the same. It reminds me of the good old days of Forza Horizon 3. There was a road like this where we crossed flan fillets above the water. This is exactly it. We're above the highway. We have a perfectly clear view. And on top of that, it leads to a tunnel, where you can hear the cars echo a bit. And I think this road is really cool. It's in my top 10 even though it's simple. It's still a bit unique though. So now I'll show you another road. I think this one, clearly, you've probably seen it in other videos. And for sure, if you play the game, you're going to go through here, because it's one of the first drift zones in the game. So there you go. I think you're definitely going to complete all of them. This road is incredible, because first of all, it's super winding. And it's true that after playing so much Forza Horizon 5 with all that desert and highway, well, it's really nice. But above all, it's got a lot of elevation changes. Look at how steep it is. We have an incredible view. And at every turn, we have all these flowers here. All these petals that are on the ground. You can drift through them. On top of that, this drift zone is really long. You can put up some really great scores. Or to practice drifting. There are those famous roads, kind of the traditional Japanese-style ones, or at least that's how we imagine them, with, you know, those famous red stripes. And a little detail, it's the same. It's just little things. But that's also why we love Forza Horizon. Do you see what that is? You get that on slopes, just like in real life, and sometimes you see it on highways in France. These are areas designed for trucks. If there's a brake problem, you can drive straight into the sandbags and stop. So obviously, this is really small, and it's made for Forza Horizon. You couldn't stop a 36-ton truck with this. But it's this kind of thing. It's really things like this that make Forza Horizon what it is. Just look at the view you get with every drift. I'll wrap up this video by showing you something. We're moving a bit beyond the main focus, which is highlighting cool roads and photo spots. I wanted to draw your attention to a very specific spot on the map. Because if you take the road I took, and again, I won't spoil it for you just like that. Well, actually, I will spoil it for you at the end of this video, because I have to for the concept. There's a road, here. There you go. It's blocked off. You can't get to it. You can climb up the sides if you want, but there's no way to access it. This road is under construction. I believe it will be unlocked in the final game and will become the estate. I think this area will be where we can build our house and decorate it and pimp it out however we want. I think that's it. I don't see what else it could be. It's too small for an expansion. It's too weird for it to be a place for a particular game mode, except for the estate mode, if that's the case. The area where we'll be able to build our house is colossal. Just look at the size of that building there, which doesn't look like a small house at all, compared to everything behind it. We're going to overcome and make it right. So that's it once again for this video. I had to make some choices. I'll probably make more videos like this once the game is finished. Well, once the game is finished? Sorry, once the game is released. Because in my opinion, there are clearly plenty of other places worth checking out. Actually, the thing is, the problem with this map is that well, it's not really a problem. It's actually a good thing. Every place, and it's always been like this in Forza Horizon, has been particularly well detailed. But now, having so much detail in the vegetation, having roads that are so detailed and so interesting to drive on.
Et un monde aussi varié fait qu'on a quand même envie.
At least, that's how it feels for me. Maybe it won't feel the same for you. I want to pause and enjoy every new place I find. Just taking in the surroundings, it never stops. I'm eager to hear your feedback on this video and the places I showed. I'm especially excited to ride with you in multiplayer and test things out in the game. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to show it by leaving a like and subscribing for future videos. Also, don't forget that Forza Horizon 6 is 30% cheaper with my instant gaming link, which will be pinned in the comments. So if you want to buy it, use that link. It supports my channel in the right way. And a little reminder, I also have Twitch where I do live streams, so feel free to follow me. That way, whenever I stream the game, you'll get a notification, and you can join the live sessions. Another reminder, you can use your Prime subscription. It doesn't cost you anything. If you have Twitch Prime, it supports my channel and it's free for you. See you very soon for a new video. Bye!